Hey guys, it's Casey. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going through Empties. I've been melting and melting and melting. So let's get into it. I feel like I had a really good week of melting. I don't even know if it's been a week. I don't know how long it's been. Whatevs. As I have said in several of my videos in the past, like I am trying to I feel like I've gotten my Scentsy stash under control. So what I have been doing is, as I get new things in from Scentsy, like being really mindful to melt what is like replacing, or what is coming in, like melt that number of bars. So I will, I've been doing really well with that, and my Scentsy stash remains in a very good spot. I also know that I told you guys I got my Scentsy Club, and so, which I get every 3 months, and I'm trying to like melt through some of the stuff that I have in my club to see if it's like a need. So some of that stuff is here too. So I will start with, I did 2 bars of honey pear cider. This is gone. I love honey pear cider. This is a really great scent. It is spicy, but the pear is beautiful. And we in Scentsy do not have a lot of pear scents, but I really like this one. I'm sad that it's gone. I have a bunch of bars, but it's not in my Scentsy Club, so once those are gone, they're gone. I did do next month, a November scent of the month, Evergreen and Icicles. And so this is a tree scent. And I loved it melting on day 1. Day 2, it got almost too sweet for me. I guess that's the like sugar note or the fruit note. The tree note is really pretty, but for people that are not too heavy into like evergreen, cedar, that kind of like balsam spruce note, this is very tamed down by a fruit and like sugar note. And on warm, it was really beautiful the first day. The second day, like I said, was like almost too sweet for me, but it was really lovely and nice. As a consultant, you get 9 bars. And when I smelled it on cold, and even now I'm like, I want to keep all of the bars. So now I have 8 left, but it's really good. So I would recommend trying that, even if you're not a tree person. Let's see, I did 2 bars of sugar. So I really do like sugar. It is pink, girly, sweet, sugary, like almost cotton candy-esque vibe. It actually is a really strong performer for what it is. So I really do like it. I did a mixture of Rustic Lodge and Vanilla Oud. And I really like Vanilla Oud. Oud is like a type of wood. And so this is like a very deep, like perfume vanilla, like vanilla body care with a really sweet wood note. It's gorgeous. I really liked that one. I do not really like Rustic Lodge. It is almost sour smelling. Like so it kind of has those like tree notes in like a really off-putting like sour way. So I'm glad. I think that's the end of my Rustic Lodge, so I'm good with that. This is in my Scentsy Club, and I melted it to see if I could get rid of it, and that was dumb. I can never get rid of this. I don't know why. I think apple and parsley. No, I can never get rid of it. It is so amazing. It is a beautiful apple note. The parsley is like green, fresh parsley. It is so special smelling. I love this. No, I can't get rid of this. No, I'm glad it's in my Scentsy Club, and no, I'm not taking it out. I did 2 white tea and cactus. So I love white tea and cactus. It is, so it doesn't smell like tea or cactus. It is like white flowers, like gardenia, some kind of like lei. It is gorgeous, beautiful. In my mind, like white flowers and like a very expensive perfume smell. I love it. I love it. It's a super good performer. I finished Vanilla Suede. Now, I really like Vanilla Suede a lot. Like, of all the vanilla things that I've smelled so far from Scentsy, this is my favorite vanilla. But for me, it's just a bedroom melt. And so to get through a whole bar of this is 4 melts. Which, honestly, with as much wax as I have, I feel like it takes me forever to get through a bar of this. So I did take it out of my Scentsy Club, but I have a ton left. So it does kind of have that suede kind of like, you know, like leather without it being too plastic smelling. And the vanilla is, again, that sort of body care-esque vanilla. It is very deep and sultry. It is a very sexy scent to me. I really, really enjoy it. And then I mixed these two together. This is Cashmere Pear, and this is with Grace. So Cashmere Pear, I do not like. It is very powdery. I don't like cashmere scents. Like cashmere, except for maybe cashmere and corduroy, which is new. I kind of do like that. But all the other cashmere scents, to me, always smell like old lady, like bubble bath kind of stuff. It's like powdery and like just, to me, old lady smell. So I don't really like cashmere. I don't like Cashmere Pear. I don't get any fruity notes. I just get kind of that like, that old lady kind of smell. It's not my jam. So I'm glad that's gone. And then with Grace, I mixed it with Grace because I didn't really like this either. And it was very floral. And I do really like florals, but this floral, I cannot get behind. This floral smells like, let me see. So it smells like probably it has sweet pea, and maybe cherry blossom. It's like, so those types of florals are so sweet, like sickeningly, cloyingly sweet. And when there's no base notes to them, it's just too sweet for me. I can deal with the floral note, but the sweetness of it is too much. So I mixed those two together upstairs. Glad they're gone. This is the brick I'm working on right now. I know it looks grody. It is Ghostly Greetings from last year, and I really love Ghostly Greetings. It smells like an oak barrel that like people are making whiskey or bourbon in. It is like smoky and so deep and rich. It is gorgeous. So I got rid of some of it. It's really hard to melt because I like the scent quite a bit. So that is all my Scentsy stuff. Oh, and I did also like the little tester I got from my whiff box of Evergreen, Icicles and Evergreen. So the only thing that I stuck in here that I didn't finish is Goodnight Moon from Rose Girls. And this is pink sugar, lavender, peppermint, and birthday cake. Love. Love, 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 love. I love Rose Girls Peppermint. Everybody loves Rose Girls Peppermint, and as well they should. It's a really, really good, sweet, strong peppermint. You don't get a lot of birthday cake in this one, and the lavender is definitely a sweet lavender. I do not get any sort of herbal lavender note, but it's really just like that peppermint with a lot of like creaminess. It's a great blend. I love that one. Okay, so the next vendor that I'm trying to kind of like get my stash under control happens to be Rose Girls. And so I know I have a lot of Rose Girls here, so let me walk you through what I finished, because I did a really great job on Rose Girls. So I finished French Lavender, and her French Lavender is probably my favorite of her lavenders. It is almost like laundry lavender, so kind of sweet, kind of like fragrant and aromatic, but there is like definitely a green note and almost an herbal note, but not medicinal or anything. So I really do like this. For me, I've decided that for Rose Girls, I will buy blends, but mini melters of just single scents, I'm done with that. For me, I get just better performance from her blends, and and I can get single oils from lots of other people where I feel like I just have better performance. So this one though was a great performer. This I got in a D-stash, and it is sweet lemon donut holes, and this is freaking incredible. So good. It's sweet lemon confection and donut holes. Y'all, this is heaven. This is like bakery lemon goodness. There is no cleaner note. It is sweet, beautiful, bright lemon, like almost like lemon curd. I don't smell donut holes in the traditional, like, you know, sense that you smell like frying dough, but it's just like kind of bakery cakeness. Oh, I loved this. I did love this very much. I did love this very, very much. Lemonade, her lemonade, if you want lemonade, hers is way strong. Like, I mixed it with a million things you'll see here, and I could never tamp it down. Lemonade always won. This lemonade though, to me, is like not lemony enough. It's like bordering on, you know, like people put, like, there's like the smell of lemon juice and then sweetening it up, and then there's almost like that artificial syrupy lemonade, like kind of the stuff that you would put in a what we call raspas or snow cones. It's like, it's too much. I would not repurchase lemonade, but if you like that, like really bright, like it almost has effervescence, like it's so bright, and it overpowers everything. It's a super, super strong scent. So I'm done with that one. I blended, this is vanilla ice cream and absolute coffee. And the reason I blended this is because her vanilla ice cream is so light. Like, I almost can't smell it at all. Like, it's so light. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, for mini melters, single oils, like I guess I'd rather just have like something that is a lot stronger. So when I mixed this, my intention was that her absolute coffee is actually really super good. It doesn't have that like wet dog note that I don't like. That, I mean, does anybody like? But it doesn't smell like burnt coffee or anything. But I just wanted to cream it up a little bit. No, this, like vanilla ice cream, I really, whatever I blended it with, I couldn't smell it. But her absolute coffee is actually really good. I'm so glad to be rid of this one too. It's pear. Her pear is not authentic pear. I was watching Carson's video, and I think he has pear, or maybe something that had pear blended in it, and he really liked it. This to me is that pear oil that is like so not authentic, so like syrupy, not true pear, and I don't like it. I want pear to smell like pear juices like running down my chin, but not like syrupy, sweet, artificial pear, and this is the artificial one. Shipwrecked is really a beautiful scent. It is like watery, perfumey, and the green note in it is really floral smelling. It's gorgeous. I really do like this one. So this is an example, like I got this in mini melters, but Shipwrecked is like a blend of stuff that she has, and I'll buy this. I would buy this again, whereas like the single oil stuff I'm not into. These are some more from her Kokomo sampler. So this was Florida key lime pie, rainbow sherbet, saltwater taffy, and ice cream. This one was really good. Most of her Kokomo ones smell pretty similar. The lime in this one though was really good. So of the Kokomo sampler so far, this one has been my favorite. Her Florida key lime pie is good. So Catherine, if you're watching, I would recommend Rose Girl's key lime pie. It actually is really good. This one was strawberry, raspberry, guava, blonde moment, and Kokomo. This reminded me of a scent that I think Lori would really like, because it is like blonde moment is kind of like bubbly, and then it's got a lot of that like sweet fruit stuff, you know, Lori, I know you kind of like that stuff, but it is really, really fruity, really kind of bubbly and fruity. But there was like no bottom note to it. And for me, my fruit has to have something else. It has to have a bakery or even a wood or something to like not smell so sweet. So this one was like really sweet. So I did today's October 3rd. I think everybody did some today's October 3rd. In October, October 3rd is like, what is it? Palo Santo, Sugar Cookie Royale, Toasted Mallow. Great, amazing, love, highly recommend. Even if you don't like Palo Santo, I would totally buy that. It's so good. This is Super Tarts. It's an empty bag because this scent is the strongest scent ever invented. It's called Day 2, and it's from her advent calendar last year. And I think I have the notes here because it's like a fave. Let me see. It is sea salt, strawberry, ozone, birch, water lily, citrus, and musk. And this is like, for me, like a baby making scent. It is so like sexy and like manly. I know it has like all that strawberry and stuff. This just smells like a really amazing men's cologne. And I have ordered so much of this and then realized that it's so strong. Like my 4 melters in my living room, like I just need to put 1 cube in 1 warmer and it will probably last 3 days. So I don't know how I'll ever get through all of it, but it is incredible. And then my other Super Tarts I'm still using from the Advent is Fresh Balsam, Apple Jam, Mistletoe, Mint Medley. So good. I really like her balsam. Her balsam, like you can almost smell the sap of it. So it's like not that, what I call like astringent, like so, like almost medicinal, like too much. And then the mint in here, like comes at the very end, but it's so gorgeous. Like it just marries so well. I loved this one. I don't know if it's one that she'd ever make again, but Tea Time Tarts, I did blush. And blush is just a type, and it's pink apple peel, leafy greens, primrose, jasmine, plum, raspberry jam, and peach nectar. The scent is pretty. The performance is really lackluster. I could hardly smell it. But the scent itself is really pretty if I could get it to work better. However, I did Saint Germain from Tea Time, which I love. Palo Santo, white birch, and smoked vanilla. I mean, you guys knew that I would probably, based on that, love it. And I did. Her smoked vanilla is one that I have smelled before, but it's very Bath and Body Works-esque. But with that Palo Santo, she has the good Palo Santo, the like L3 kind that's in October 3rd, which I love, which is like smoky, but not just like only smoke. It's kind of sweet smoke. Oh. Anyways, Saint Germain is amazing. I would highly recommend that one. It smells really great. I did some samples. So I did rose jam from that Smell Good shop. I love rose jam, and she it is rose. It's just rose jam. It's the same as everybody else's rose jam, which is a Lush dupe. But this was a super great performer. It was super strong. I have never had things from the that Smell Good shop. Everything I have is from like Swaps or D-Stashes or something. And this was so good. And one other thing that I melted at work that I placed an order today because the performance was good. I melted this rose jam and another one that I'm not quite finished with. And this performed like hands down super way better, even though it's the exact same scent. So I don't know if it's I think it's like her blend, her wax blend. Anyways, Jem's Daughter's Craft, I did Honey I Do Love You, which is honeydew melon, a sweet scent of fresh cut honeydew. And it was from her like honey sampler. And this one was really nice. I don't typically like melon, and I don't typically like honey, but this mixed together was actually really pretty. I am finding that this particular sampler from Jim's Daughter, the melts last about 4 hours, which I would expect a little bit more performance. The size is about the size of this like shape right here, but I just do it in my office at work. So I don't know if it's just the type of warmer I'm using or what, because I haven't melted any of these anywhere else, but I may bring some home to see. And then the last thing I melted was this, which is Mr. Kringle's Nightcap from Teddy Bees. And this is coffee beans, bourbon, teakwood, I'm sorry, I have the hiccups, sandalwood, tobacco flowers, marshmallow, muscadine, and warm amber. And on cold, this is the most like lovely pipe smoke, tobacco-y scent. Like of all of those notes, what I smell the very most is tobacco flowers, followed by sandalwood. And I don't know what muscadine smells like, but it's really gorgeous. On warm, it was also really gorgeous. I haven't melted, I bought a lot of Teddy Bees, but I haven't melted a ton of Teddy Bees. You guys probably know what that's about. Like that's, I don't know, we buy stuff and then we don't melt it. I don't know. So this is one of my like few experiences with it. And like from what I've seen, like people are like, oh my God, Teddy Bees like will blow you out of the house. Well, this was a whole souffle and I used it between this room and all the warmers in my open concept. And it was good. It was probably a medium performer, but it wasn't like day 2 from Super Tarts where I just need like one little cube. Like it's not blow me out of the house. It was a lovely scent, very pretty. I smelled this on cold and like immediately ordered more. And now that I've warmed it, it's one of those things where I'm like, yeah, it's pretty good. But I have to like coach myself through this, which is I smell things on cold and I'm like, oh my God, that smells amazing. I don't ever want to be without it. And I order more. And then when I warm it, I'm like, yeah, I mean, I guess it's okay, but it's not like I must have it. And so I need to remind myself, I need to learn. And I wonder if you guys are like this too, that before I'm like crazy about a scent, I need to actually see how it performs and how it actually melts rather than just going back in for it because of like FOMO or whatever. So we all learn. Anyways, so like just to check in, I guess I'm gonna take you with me. Let me show you what I got going on here. So like I have told you guys before, like I am working on my Scentsy stash and I'm gonna turn you around so you can see. So hold on. So this is now my one Scentsy drawer. So you'll see like before I had stuff like stacked up all the way across here. And then I had all of my bricks even in a whole nother thing. But you'll see I have even like a little bit of room back there. So that's good. So this is my like regular drawer. And then I have a another like, this is kind of my fall drawer. So I actually usually keep like all of my fall wax here, but I've pulled all of the extra fall stuff that I have. And my Scentsy stuff is all like nice and neat. I'm down to 4 bricks plus the ghostly greeting, so I'm feeling really good about that. So then the other thing is that I'm working on is my Rose Girls, which I have here next to my Glitterati, which I need to, like that'll be on my list. But you'll see, like I've been able to pare down my Rose Girls to fit just in this like little section right here. And it, you know, it doesn't go back, like that's the end, there's nothing back there. So I feel like really good about like the size that I have here. And so I'm like trying to work through things. Let me turn you back around. I wish I had like all of this like video editing skills. Some of you guys are so great at that, but I am not. Anyway, so I feel like I'm feeling really good about my Rose Girl stash. I did order one thing from the Mario pre-order, which was Christmas Eve in Cookie Land. And I love, love, love that scent. And I do have some, but it's in like my melting pile. And I only felt like I could melt it because I was able to order some. So I feel like I'm in a really good place with Rose Girls. I feel like I'm in a really good place with Scentsy. And so my next big thing to tackle is kind of twofold. I'm really working on some of the vendors that I've tried and that I'm probably not going to keep like a stash of. So for example, like I tried Sparkles and I've liked it, but I haven't had anything yet from her that I'm like, oh my God, like I gotta keep buying this wax. So I have several vendors where I'm like, yeah, I mean like it's good, but it's not like the performance and the scents are not so good or special or different that I'm like, I have to like maintain a stash from them. So I'm trying to choose like one vendor to like get through the things that I, you know, from people I might not buy from again or whatever. So I'm working on right now Night Owl. I had ordered like a mystery box at one time, and so I have some Night Owl scents. And so I'm trying to kind of just clear that from my stash. And then I'm working through L3. And so if you guys, L3 looks like mine, one of those drawers that I have full of Scentsy, I have easily that much from L3. And so I'd like to cut it to a half a drawer, which is probably double what I have for Rose Girls, but I just have a lot of scents from L3, and the performance and cost and scents are so good that I just can't see like having a that small of a stash, because I just it's one of those, like, I don't feel like I can go wrong with L3. So that's what I'm going through right now, is kind of melting through some L3 to kind of make that stash more manageable, while trying to get rid of like one vendor at a time that like maybe I placed a couple orders or one order, and I just kind of want to melt through that stuff and then see if they're really like need to stay in my stash. So I feel like I'm doing really well. Regarding like purchasing, I did purchase a D-stash from charity, and I think it's like officially lost. They told me it was delivered yesterday on my porch, and I thought, okay, well, maybe they messed up and it'll be in my box today, but it's not in my box today. So, I mean, whatever, we'll see. Maybe that'll come. And then I have like a couple pre-order things that are outstanding. Sugar Melts by Stacy and Rainbow Melts. And I have one other pre-order that I can't think of besides the Rose Girls Mario. Britta's box. And so I did get some things or whatever, but ultimately, like, I'm trying to just like not add to my stash, so melt as I'm getting from certain vendors, and then kind of pare down. So I'm feeling really good about that. Let me know what you guys have been melting. Have you tried any of these things? Are there any things that you love? Love watching your videos. They got me through painting my daughter's room, so I appreciate y'all. I'll talk to y'all in my next video. Bye, y'all.